What is up, YouTube? We are back with another YouTube video today. So it's another workout session. Again, we're going to do a speed session once again. It's going to be a top end speed work today. So we're working on more 10 meter flying sprints and 20 meter flying sprints. We're going to do a couple 30 meter sprints to start with, getting a little bit of acceleration work in, but the main focus is top end speed work. We're also going to do a bit of plyometric work to start with, just gradually increasing the intensity just to get the warm up. So we're going to do light bounds. So yeah, today's focus is going to be bounds. It's going to be light bounds, medium bounds, going to high intense bounds, and then maybe we'll do an output one, where it's like trying to go as far as we can jumping with the bounds. We'll just see how we feel. Again, we still got a little bit of back pain, so we're just trying to get through that right now, just trying to manage it. So we'll see what we can do. But yeah, main focus for today is top end speed work, which is so important for it. If you play a sport, you need to be doing top end speed work. It's like the best thing you can do for your hamstrings by far, because like when you're sprinting sport or wherever, you're gonna be doing a lot of change of direction, a lot of like top end speed work when you're playing games. So if you're not doing that in training, you're gonna increase your chances of getting injuries, and doing this in training is going to help reduce that injury risk for the hamstrings, because you need to get used to that top end speed work, especially if you're not doing that. Your hamstrings need to get used to that like high velocities. And if it's off season, you're not doing any kind of sprinting, again, your chances of getting injuries when you go back to pre-season, or even just when you're playing games, like are just increase incredibly. So like that's why it's so important to do like at least one sprint session a week. 2 sessions is ideal, but at least one, just so your hamstrings are still getting that high velocity sprints. Yeah, but we're just going to get into it. So we're not going to talk too much today because we don't have that much time. So we're just going to try and get into the workout. I'll show you all the plyometrics.
Okay, so for some reason the audio didn't work here again. Must be my mic, something's off. So I'll just talk you through what we're doing. So we're doing some light bounds here. These are just kind of like mini single leg jumps, just like going forward, and still trying to get not too much height, just a little bit of height, but these are just light bounds. So we're just going nice and light with these, nothing too crazy, just after the warm up. So just to get the legs nice and warm, get the ankles ready to go. And then we just move on to the medium intensity bounds. So these are just improving the distance just a little bit and the height in the little bounds that we're doing. And then we went on to our high intense bounds, which this time is we're going for like almost max intensity, probably like an 8 out of 10 intensity. Again, just the same exercise, but just a little bit more intense. And we go for less reps with this. So I think this one was 8 reps. I think with the light ones, we did 20 reps. The medium ones, we did 12 reps. And then with these ones, just did 8 reps, just because they're more high intense. And then we went on to our real high intense plyometrics. So these are more for output. They were quadruple zigzag bounds. So again, just a little bit increasing that intensity, but this time it's like a 10 out of 10 intensity. So we're trying to go as far forward as we can with each jump. And then we measure the distance we have a little tape measure out there. Maybe you can't see it, but we have a little tape measure out there just to measure how far we're jumping. So every jump we know we're going to try and beat that jump in the next set. So yeah, that's what we did with bounds, and then that was the plyometric work, and then we went straight into our sprint work, which I think the mic worked for that, so they'll be able to talk you through that during the workout.
Okay, we're now on to our 30 meter sprints. So we're going to do a couple at 30 meters, and then we're going to move on to just the flying sprints. Do some 20 meter flying sprints and then 10 meter flying sprints. My top end speed work's actually been pretty good, so hopefully it keeps that way. With this back injury, I'm not sure how good it will be, but I think it's more the acceleration that's bad, especially with a back injury, because obviously when you're trying to accelerate, you're very low into it, and any kind of low position at the moment is hurting my back. So maybe when I'm like upright sprinting might actually be better, but we'll see how we get on. So we'll just get right into it. So we're going to do 2 30 meter sprints, see how they are, and then go into the flying sprints. Okay, now we're going to do the 20 meter flying sprints. I haven't actually timed these ever, so not sure how they're going to be. The 10 meter ones are pretty good, so we're going to do about a 10 to 20 meter run up, and then time the 20 meters, trying to be at top end speed by that 20 meters, and hopefully see what the times are and see where I need to improve on. So yeah, we'll just get into it. Okay, now we're going to go into our 10-meter flying sprints. A little bit frustrating because timing gates aren't working very well. I've only managed to time 2 sprints out of the 6 I've done, or the 7 I've done actually, but so it's not very good. It's kind of annoying, but I think it's because they're quite low to the ground. I think a lot of time my foot, especially when I'm doing flying sprints, ends up going over the laser. So maybe in future I'll need to like find something that I can raise up the gates with, and then put them on there so it's actually my body going through, so I'll definitely get like a timing. But yeah, it's a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. So I'm going to do just like 2 or 3 10-meter sprints. We don't have much time, so kind of just need to get them in. Yeah, we'll just get into it. Okay, cool, that is us done with this session. Not a bad session. Again, it's good to just get some top end speed work in. For some reason the timing gates didn't work very well. I only managed to time like 4 sprints out of the 10 I did, so it's not very good. It's not a very good gauge of how I was, but the 10-meter flying sprints again were pretty decent, so I'm quite happy with them. 20-meter one that I did time it was okay, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but we'll take that. I haven't actually tested them before for a while, so well, ever. So also the 30-meter sprint wasn't the one that tested wasn't great, but I think just obviously because I'm still got that sore back, the accelerating part when I'm low in the sprint is not great. Like, it's hurt my back a lot, so really frustrating that this has happened, but it's my own fault for squatting too heavy a weight. I was being stupid and thought I could handle it, but I couldn't, and now it's like kind of making my training worse. It's making me not be able to train as well. So yeah, trying to be stupid when you're doing squats. Try and do a weight that you know you can do, or at least if you have like a partner there or some pins you can drop the weight on, because I just did it when I didn't have any pins or anything, just end up squatting down, having the weight just lying on my back, and like just couldn't get out of the position. I had to throw it off, and yeah, it's really messed up my lower back. But at least I'm still being able to train. I'm still happy with that, and still getting some good times with the sprints, so we'll take it. But yeah, that's it for today, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.